What's up, everyone? Welcome to our very first MIDCONVO vlog, travel film, I guess you could say. We really wanted to get together and do some guest episodes, which you guys most likely have listened to by now. But we wanted to put this together and show you how our first trip went. And our first destination was Los Angeles.
First off, getting to Los Angeles was a bit of a trek for me. From Miami to good old LAX, where me and Ed met up at the airport.
What it is.
Let's get it, man. How you doing?
Landed in LA. I was coming in from Miami. Ed was coming in from Seattle. We met up and we went over to the boba spot.
That's like literally the first thing we did, which is the most LA thing ever. Went to a boba spot, did some game planning.
What I loved about it was we were able to look over the schedule, kind of get on the same page with Thomas, who hopped on board to shoot a lot of the video content that you're going to see. And it was awesome.
Yeah. We also are going to be featuring Jeannie, which you'll see probably in a couple seconds or at some point in this video, but she actually missed her flight. So she's not actually here for some of these intro clips, but you'll see here in a little bit.
And shout out to Jeannie. Check out these photos right here. She crushed it. Sole purpose of this trip was to come together in person so me and Ed could do episodes together, because I'm in Miami, you're in Seattle, on entirely different parts of the US, and also to get some guests on. Who are some of the guests that we brought on?
Shoot, we got a stack list for this LA trip. We had Quigley on, Ryan Cow, Alexa Gray. Who else did we have?
Rashad Little.
Puno, Jeremiah and Reese.
And the 505 guys.
Yeah, we had quite a bit of guests. It was a fun one, and we're excited to kind of break it down day by day.
When we decided to make this trip a thing, one of the big things that we wanted to make sure was that we had a space to shoot. So the Airbnb that we picked was pretty strategically booked to make sure that Ed and I could crank out episodes at the Airbnb, controlled setting, where me, Ed, and Jeannie, who came on to shoot some film, we stayed.
Yep, and we rolled up, and the spot was pretty nice. After we got settled into the Airbnb, we were feeling a little tired. We wanted to soak in some sun. So Thomas had a spot in mind, and we went to go check out the sunset.
That was awesome.
We got back to the Airbnb, and we honestly didn't want to waste any time. So, of course, the first thing we did was your boy set up a podcast episode.
Yo, cranked out that episode. That was good. I think that kind of set the tone for the trip, because we knew that the next few days were going to be jam-packed with a whole lot of guest episodes.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. You know what it is. Catch you in the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Hey! Dude, that was good.
All right, cutting cams. As soon as we woke up for day 2, honestly, it was not off to a great start. Our very first podcast guest was feeling under the weather. Puno, which we love her, she's awesome. So we just had to make a little bit of a pivot. We really wanted to get her on, so we just rescheduled it. But we had a whole morning cleared up at that point. So what we decided to do was record an episode, me and Paul. We had a cup of coffee, and we ripped one.
That was awesome.
So because our morning plans fell through, we got hit up by our boys Braden and Costas, and we actually hopped on another podcast. And that was pretty great.
After we hopped off the 505 pod, we left and we had to get all the way over to Venice Beach area. Lots of traffic. We were in rush hour, but we made it. And we landed at the Wellness Club, which is Alexa Gray's apartment, over in the Venice canals. That was dope.
Yep. That was a good drive. Once we got to Alexa's, we were losing some light. So if you actually watch the video for this one, as you guys can see, it got pretty dark really quick.
Yeah.
But it was a solid episode. Alexa's awesome. She was honestly such a great first guest to have. There was really not a better place we could have done our first episode at. Showing up, super Cali vibes, Venice, canals. Not really a better place we could have been for that. But day one was pretty much a wrap after that.
And of course, who doesn't go to LA without getting In-N-Out? So we stopped by In-N-Out, crushed some burgers.
And ended the day.
And got it right.
Next day, we woke up. We had a packed schedule.
We learned a lot. We showed up at our guy, Rashad Little spot, which was awesome. But it was hella early.
Let's not forget my Sony batteries like I did yesterday.
But I'm good buddies with Rashad, and it was my first time seeing him in his LA pad. This guy is just absolutely crushing it, and it was just a joy to be in, was it called The Jungle, or is that Alexa's place? Pretty sure Rashad's place is called The Jungle.
What was awesome about Rashad is he was on a previous MIDCONVO episode
Yep.
Years ago, and it was cool just to talk about the full circle from small fashion influencer from Seattle, kind of building his name, and then now being kind of an icon when it comes to all things men's fashion, grooming, fragrances.
What I appreciated about Rashad's episode as well is just his overall hustle mentality, but it's intentional. I loved how intentional he is about his content creation, about his fashion, about his living space. And we also had a little sippy sip at 10 in the morning.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, you know, it's so dark in here right now, like it's 5 p.m. somewhere.
What's great about Rashad too is I just want to say, go listen to that episode because we got it out of him what his biggest activation has been. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Dropping numbers.
That's a wrap.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah, yo, that was
awesome. That was awesome.
Good job, man.
You got a
This guy coming in with the heat today. Coming in with the heat today. That's a wrap. First podcast for day 3.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I thought we were dancing.
After the Rashad episode, we decided to go to our next one, which we learned at this point, y'all, that we were pretty tired already from running around day one, but we had stacked these episodes back to back to back. So after Rashad, no time to waste, we went over to our friend Quigley's house.
Yo, Quigley's got the house. There was an orange tree. We hit up the studio after in her backyard, but I just want to give her props because we showed up and we decided to kind of create the set last minute in her kitchen. Ended up looking really dope.
Yep. And she welcomed us into her home, and it was an awesome time.
Hey.
High five.
That was awesome.
Yay.
So good.
Thanks, guys.
Quigley even invited us after the podcast episode into her little music studio in the back, and we had a live listening session.
All right, so we get it. Quigley, extremely gifted and talented in the digital marketing world, but also the music world. All right.
Yep.
Let's hop over to the next guest that we scooted over to his spot in the evening, Ryan Cow.
Hey, you be stealing the keys, bro?
How you feeling after the movie? I feel like a new man, bro. Got boba balls in my mouth. We ready to go. Strap is such an awkward position right now. Derping.
Second floor.
It's like randomly just pop out the cuts.
I've actually known Ryan for a while now,
Quite a
but
while.
just to see how far he's come has been awesome. He's in his also a new LA pad that he's been at for a while, doing all these crazy DP projects and living with Kylie, and they're married now. It's just, he's awesome. And we sat down, got this sick lighting setup, which he helped us with. So we're at Ryan Cow's place and Kylie, and this is their table. Got the mic set up, triple cam. Look at this. We don't need the fire lighting because we're at Ryan's place, you know? What's great about going over Ryan's house, because he does YouTube and does a lot of his own filmmaking, is this man is stacked with
Seeing the
gear.
gear,
We
the
had
setup.
no shortage of gear. We
This
literally
guy-
had X100Vs out on the table. We had like 6 X100Vs.
So dumb.
That's a black market right there.
But hopped on an episode with him. He went straight bartender on us. He made a couple drinks. And probably one of my favorite episodes was that. The lighting was cool. It was nice. But also I feel like it was a good nightcap from a busy day.
Cutting.
Bro. You're a beast, man. Dang.
Our last day in LA, we got kicked out of our Airbnb early because these early checkouts
So dumb.
struggle bus in the morning.
She's like, get out of here.
Struggle bus, and we have all this gear. But we had a busy day still before we flew out, and our very first episode was at a pier space that we rented.
Yep. We had the 505 guys show up. It's cool because we were on their pod days prior. We were able to get them on ours. And we also invited some freelancers from the area that wanted to just meet up and hang, which was super awesome because not only were we networking with them, but also we were able to have some incredible conversation with the 505 guys. After the 505 guys left, who came?
Puno,
Puno.
the legend.
That was such a fun episode. A lot of laughs, a lot of giggles. We were drinking coffee out of wine glasses.
And Puno has so much experience, and her personality is awesome.
Yep.
Like we were genuinely, like we were kind of running on low energy because think about it, it's our last day. We just ran tons of episodes, been traveling every single hour of the day, but she brought so much energy, and honestly, that was one of my favorite episodes from the trip.
Thanks for coming. Thank you. See you later, Puno. Let's go to Jeremiah's.
Checked out of the pier space. We head over to Venice Beach for an episode with Jeremiah and Reese, which was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, we were tired.
Yeah, we were pretty tired, but we made our way over there, got all our gear set up. This place was nice.
It was super nice.
Nice little area near Venice Beach, and we just ripped an episode. There was actually 4 of us because we had Jeremiah, Reese, Paul, and I. So we set up a ton of gear, but the episode went well. It was a good way to end the trip. We also had a random leaf blower incident, which was pretty funny. That we were literally mid-recording, and
The
the
landscaper, was
landscaper
there.
would come by, and like he could see through the window that we have all these mics set up, and homie was just going to town in the backyard.
Looking back at all the guest episodes, it was an absolute blast. Not only getting to know a little bit more about each individual that we were able to have a conversation with, but also it's fun. It's fun to meet in person. I feel like you can do these virtually, you can do them over Zoom, but to actually be in their space, to actually be in these homes or whatever locations that we were able to record these in, it was a good time.
Yeah, and we're hoping that if you're watching this and you're a listener of our podcast, MIDCONVO, that we could bring you along this journey and you kind of feel that through this video. The whole reason why we wanted to do a video like this is so that we can kind of put a little bit more story behind just these episodes that you see that show up on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We actually have a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes of building out this podcast, MIDCONVO. So you can expect to see more of these in the future. But we're hoping this first LA one was a good one, and first quarterly trip down in the books.
Hey, dude, high five.
High five on the mic.
Ooh.